take the material out, 100 grams. We mix it. There's a lot of design process, mixing the material, selecting the right temperature, all the way to selecting the right pressure. This was funny. This was made from diapers. So diapers, medical mask. This is actually Starbucks cup. This is cigarette butts.
How much value can you extract from all that's discarded from recycling and upcycling?
How we determine high value or low value is how you determine something is highly rendered or not. This is a wireless charger. You can create a product that's like $25, literally in 3 minutes.
Inspired by steel manufacturing and processing, the upcycling machines are the brainchild of Arthur Huang, a 44-year-old structural engineer, architect, and innovator from Taiwan. His company, MiniWiz, offered the technological solution and know-how for the world's first decentralized upcycling hub in Singapore. Thanks to the integration of smart sensor, AI, and robotics technologies into the machines, the transformation of trash into tableware, tech gadgets, and home decor, or construction materials takes just 5 minutes.
What is really needed to cross that threshold to make upcycling something that's huge?
Decentralization, a revolution of decentralization of the whole recycling. A lot of people are imagining giant recycling plant, giant solar farm, giant power incinerators. No, it has to be decentralized. It's community-based.
Located in the city center at the National Design Center, the Upcycling Hub is aimed at scaling sustainable solutions by collecting waste directly on site with support from local communities.
We are already in the middle of that trash revolution. We're hosting Trash Lab because they embody that sustainability core, and they are transforming waste into usable products.
The National Design Center works with a local nonprofit organization for public outreach in a test case of zero carbon efforts.
People do not understand the importance of trash and the possibilities of trash. So I think that was definitely, an eye-opener for us. We worked directly with the School of Design. The students came, used the machines, and went back to prototype their ideas.
The public, so they were pretty impressed that commonly disposed items like plastics could be recycled and given a second life. After using the system, I look at plastics differently, and then in my designs also.
This is 20 years in the making. I think this is the beginning, and to let people finally see that trash can turn into valuable resources without secondary pollution.
Thanks to MiniWiz's globally patented innovation in AI and machine software, post-consumer recycled materials are repurposed without secondary pollution. The Singapore hub and many others on the way represent the most scalable solution yet in empowering local communities from Asia and the Middle East to Europe.
By having a trash lab here, do you think people, once you build it, they will simply come?
We did a couple of experiments before, for example, ocean cleanup. And those experiences taught us that when it's easy enough, it's clean enough, people actually follows the whole movement.
We brought Trash Lab to Singapore because you want to show that cities, which are one of the largest generators of waste, right, you can also upcycle in the city.
Closing the waste loop is a complex process. In an era of overconsumption, will reusing what we throw away make us happy? As much as Huang has been waging a spirited battle to challenge the existing linear supply chain, he believes the only way to save the planet is by fundamentally rethinking the entire system. More brands are introducing recycled materials in fashion, for example, but much of the effort does little to reduce the industry's footprint of carbon emissions at 10%.
The clothing industry is increasingly upcycling and recycling materials, yet due to just the way the system runs, their carbon footprint goes up.
Yes.
Is that going to set a precedent for all these other industries?
So I think this is one of a misnomer, right? In reality, you are spending way more carbon to create that So that's why the price is so high. You need to jump to a different industries. Waste clothing in the fashion industry is a perfectly great material for a new generation of 3D wallpaper. It will actually reduce carbon footprint tremendously because you're replacing, let's say, wood that you'll be using to do installation or decoration. I think this hybrid of collaborations, using hybrid of different technologies, we got to find a way to scale that properly.
As circularity picks up momentum, scaling hybrid technologies will be critical in minimizing the carbon footprint as the business case grows from upcycling. MiniWiz now enjoys a healthy double-digit margin across business lines, with its trash-based offerings commanding price parity with existing products. Even though the input cost of its key material, recycled plastic, is low, priced at most $2 per kilo, costly investments in machinery, AI software, and R&D, as well as high fees for international patent registration and building certification mean profitability hinges on scale. Armed with a trove of nearly 1,500 new trash-based materials alongside 15 international patents, Huang and his team at MiniWiz are now taking on their boldest challenge yet.
That's all.
How much can we unlock the potential of waste, and will it redefine the future of real estate?